So that was just a phone call that I had to take. Sorry. So yeah, so that was the pond ripple thing was the thing that kind of caught my attention the other day. And then yesterday I was walking around the pond near where I live, and I was just really thinking about it. And it's when you're trying to find it, you're like, where is it? Like, am I feeling it? Where is it? Or if something comes up, like where like that thing I was telling you about, where all of a sudden I start saying things, start basically self-soothing, like I'm telling myself it's okay or whatever. That catches my attention enough to be like, all right, let's take a deep breath and let's feel the emotion, right? But by the time I do that, I kind of startled the emotion out of myself, or whatever. I don't know. I take myself out of it enough that I then have trouble finding it again. But yesterday I stopped as I was walking around the pond. I stopped and I was kind of looking out at the water where there's sailboats and stuff like that bobbing up and down. Well, sailboats that obviously people aren't sailing because it's cold and it's windy. And it was at night, kind of night, it was getting dark. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so it was windy and I was watching the water, and obviously, ripples and blah, blah, like that, right? And I was thinking, I'm going to just sit here and I'm going to just kind of look out, and it's going to be so peaceful and tranquil and whatever. And I started noticing, like, rather than trying to make myself feel peaceful and tranquil, I was like, oh my, you know what? It's windy. Like, it's windy. So I'm going to just concentrate on the way the wind feels on my skin and, like, use that to experience witnessing and observing and just feeling something. And then see if I can apply that to my emotions. So I was standing there and I realized, like, the wind was really, like, I hadn't been paying that much attention, and the wind was kind of buffeting me, you know what I mean? Like, I was out in a more open area, and I kind of was listening, and I realized that the pond, was rippling all over the place, and water was lapping up against the dock and the sides of the pond, and I could hear that. And I realized that it wasn't really tranquil. It was a little wild, and that I could just notice that too and be in touch with that. And as the wind's hitting me, it's also hitting the water, it's also hitting the trees around me. And I could just be a part of that. And it helped when I closed my eyes and I could just experience the wind, shut everything else out and just kind of experience the wind against my skin, and like it was kind of cold or whatever, and trying to be in touch with that. And get the feeling of, okay, this is what wind feels like. But not trying to say that in my head, just trying to feel. And it's hard when you do that, because you're like, okay, feel the wind. And it's like, no, that's not feeling the wind. That's a commentary going on in my head about trying to feel the wind. So, and it's so funny because it feels, when you're in a moment like that, it feels hard to be like, okay, now let go. Like you just keep telling yourself what you want to be doing, but you're not doing it. And at one point I was able to just feel the wind, and that was exciting, because the moment that happens, you're like, oh, I felt it. And I'm back and not just experiencing, I'm back and making comments about it. So I am today, after having that experience yesterday, and just kind of like trying to really just feel the wind, like, okay, stop saying just feel the wind, and just feel the wind. I've been better at noticing the ripples I've been better at noticing the ripples in my psyche and my emotions today. So, I mean, every day. This isn't it's not a rare thing where I just tell myself, oh, it's okay. It happens several times a day. Like several times a day where I'm just out loud saying, it's okay, I don't care. And then it's like, all right, stop saying that out loud, number one. And number 2, calm down. Like, just chill. So when I catch myself, when I do that, I take a deep breath, and instead of looking desperately for that emotion so I can try and feel it and be like, feel that emotion, where is it? Just kind of sitting back and just being aware of it. And I was actually able to do that. And that was cool. And the other thing that I was listening to last night, because I am a cultist with Michael Singer, he was saying how, what was exactly what he was saying? He was saying about something about leaning into the moment. Like, it was seriously, like, it's so funny how this happens when, I mean, granted, everything Michael Singer says is relevant to me, but every time I listen to him, it seems like it's exactly what I need to hear. So it was talking about the subject again last night, and it was, he was talking about, rather than trying to leave and trying to pull yourself back and trying to avoid what it is, such as the thought like, okay, feel it, rather than trying not to not be in the moment, lean into the moment, and just have your efforts go towards being in the moment. Sorry, I have a friend who's texting me instead of commenting. So anyway, David, who's watching this. Anyway, hi, David. So what was I saying? Yes, so I was listening to it, and he was talking about leaning into the moment. And that, I don't know about you guys, but for me, that really that made more sense to me. And I don't know if that helps you guys at all, but that, like, it, rather than freaking out about, hey, do I feel this, do I feel that, do I feel this, just leaning into the moment. I don't know how else to describe that. I think he was saying, like, if you don't know what that is, like, you know what that is intellectually. So anyway, that's my deal for the day. Wanted to just let you know out there that it is possible to get your brain going in a better direction than it has been before, and that despite how difficult sometimes a concept might be, or how much you might be struggling with something, if you keep at it, you get it more little by little. I know there are people all around me standing that I'm kind of like, also, the bags in my eyes are getting really bad, and I'm going to have to drink more water and sleep better. Anyway, all I'll say is I can be grateful for the fact that I don't always get things right away, because that's going to be true in life no matter what. And that I am, through this experience, all these experiences, I'm realizing as long as I keep at it, it'll get better little by little. It doesn't like, sometimes things click, but like, you're just not just better because you want to be better. You got to keep working at it. So that's my little thing today. And this is all opportunities. I'm exposing myself to new things. Well, or re-exposing myself to things that I know are good for me, and I keep going over them. So I'm growing, and I can be grateful that this is an opportunity for emotional growth and an opportunity for spiritual growth. So I can say to all of you that you must always remember that you can always choose to have a great, full day.